Okay, so Mortal Kombat 1 has officially released for everybody, including the standard edition. And I want to do a guide for Street Fighter players who are picking up Mortal Kombat, because even though these are both 2D fighting games, there are a lot of differences, and I'm going to help ease you into it on things that helped me understand trying to learn this game. So the first thing we should talk about is frame data. Frame data is just as important in Mortal Kombat as it is in Street Fighter, but it works a little differently. So first, let me put on the frame data here. Okay, so we see the frame data at the bottom of the screen, and we can see the startup of my standing 1 is 7 frames. So I'm gonna hit Sub-Zero here, and you'll see the hit advantage is 12. So I'm plus 12. Now watch this. I'll go down 1, standing 1, and you're like, wait, what? Why doesn't it combo? This should be a link. I have more than enough frame advantage. I'll go down 3. Down 3 on plus 9. This is 7 frames. So I'll go like this. Look, it's not comboing. But if I do, like, you know, one of the dial combos, it does combo. So you're like, that's so weird, right? And so in Mortal Kombat, there are designated normals that you can't combo from. Instead, they're used for pressure and pokes. A lot of the combos in Mortal Kombat are basically pre-made for you through these dial combos. Now, that doesn't mean that these are the only ways you can combo from the ground, but the main way combos work is through juggles, and we'll get into combos in a bit here. I'll show you another example. I'm gonna call Sector Assist, which is hidden missiles. Check this out. Now, I'll call it and I'll hit afterwards, right? After he gets stunned. Boom. And you'll see it says 2 hits on the left side of the screen. I'll call it one more time. See, everything is comboing as normal. Now, I'm gonna hit Sub-Zero low, because I want to do like a low mix-up, right before the missile hits. It doesn't combo. The opponent can block, so I'll put the block to auto. And I'll hit him low real quick. And look, he blocked. So as a Street Fighter player, you're looking at this and you're like, what? That doesn't make any sense. So just keep that in mind when you're establishing combos. You're not really linking in Mortal Kombat, but that doesn't mean that frame data is not important. It's very important in Mortal Kombat. Frame data and stunning your opponent is more for pressure on these designated normals. So let me give an example. I'm gonna put Sub-Zero to crouch. Now, a lot of strings in this game start off from high. So for Scorpion, his 1 starts from as a high, right? His 2, this is a high, and a standing 3. These are all highs, okay? So you're like, man, I want to do like combos on Sub-Zero. But if they're crouching and just doing 1 on me, all my stuff is gonna whip, right? But this is where the frame data comes in. So if I set the opponent to crouch and I do my down 1, I'm plus 12, but you notice Sub-Zero remains standing. So what happens is for 12 frames, he can't crouch again. So now I can go down 1, standing 1, and even though it doesn't combo, he has to hold that. He's jailed. He has to hold the next string. So this is how you land your highs on pressure. This is very important to understand in this game. So if I hit him with the low, even though I can't combo, it's still very dangerous because I hit him low on plus 9, it says. And this starts up in 7. Right? Now he has to hold that because this is how I get my overhead mix-up, right? With Scorpion. It's a 1, 2, 2, and I get my overhead. So buttons like down 1, down 3, down 4, even your standing 1. Standing 1 is very important because on block, this is... My standing 1 is plus 2 on block, right? So this is how pressure works in the game. Very important. There's so many highs in this game that the opponent can duck. Another thing too, frame data wise, is that every character, I'm pretty sure every single character, your down 1 is your fastest button. It's 7 frames. So just like in Street Fighter 6, how 4 framers are your magic button for being the fastest, your down 1 in Mortal Kombat is your 7 framer. So this is your get off me. And there's like a meta with that because when you down 1, if they block, you're minus 8. At least with Scorpion, then they can down 1 you, and then you're jailed, and so on, right? And that's how the pressure works in this game. Okay, the chat is released. You guys are back now. Now let's talk about throws and projectiles. Throws and projectiles work a little bit differently in Mortal Kombat as well. So when you throw your opponent, you can still tech the throw by pressing 1 or 2. So you can still tech throws like normal, but in Mortal Kombat, one important thing is that you can crouch throws. You can't crouch block throws. If I block and crouch, I'll still get thrown. But if you fully commit and risk not blocking, you'll get a massive reward, a massive punish, rather than just teching, which is really good. Sorry, I had to feel myself there to show my potential as a Scorpion player. So keep that in mind too. Also with projectiles, same thing. Someone's chucking plasma at you in this game. It's really important to know that if you crouch block, you'll block it, even though it's a high. But if you commit and crouch, you'll completely avoid the damage, which is important. You can flawless block too, but I don't want to go into system mechanics. I just want to go into stuff for Street Fighter players to get into. This will also help you punish projectiles easier too, because you're not stuck in block stun depending on what they use. So if they do like an OD fireball on you, you can just, you know, it's easier to punish by going back into your projectile, or you teleport in with whatever character you're using. This is especially important when someone's using a cheesy assist like the Serena assist on you. They're gonna call Serena like this on you, and then they're gonna try to pressure you this way. And if you don't really know what you're doing, you're gonna sit and block like an idiot, and then they're gonna be super plus in front of your face. But when the projectiles are coming on the way back, you can simply just crouch, don't have to block. And then the opponent can't move during this, because he's still calling the assist, and then you could just like hit him with down threes, or depending with what your character has, you can punish them harder. So keep this in mind, this is really important. I'm sure Street Fighter players will immediately know that projectiles don't collide in this game. They'll basically just go right through each other and trade. So it'll just trade with whatever. In this case, Sub-Zero would win because he freezes me and my spear loses. Okay, let's talk about the combo system now. So the combo system, like I said before, it's not really doing links like Street Fighter. Instead, it's a dial combo system. So when you go to your move list, your combos are listed here. And these are all of your ground combos. And these are all kind of predetermined for every character. And I know it's like there's so many inputs here and you're like, wow, there's so much information. But really, it comes down to just combos that start from your fastest button, your 1, and then your second fastest, your 2s, and then like your punishers with 3s. That's how you like narrow it down. And then you'll see the list here. It'll be like 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. This is basically just one string, and it shows that you can cancel it early. Same with this. This is 2, 1, 4. But you can also cancel it from the 2 or the 2, 1. And then there's 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. I'll show more examples besides Scorpion, but we'll start with Scorpion for now, just so you can understand. So when you do your combos in this game, you don't wait for the hits to land. You simply just dial it out. So for example, right here, it says Hell's Hook, 1, 2, 2. You can just dial it in, 1, 2, 2. No timing whatsoever. You just input those buttons as fast as you can, and it will come out. But you don't have to finish the string like it says here before. It says you can also go 1, 2, or just 1. And since I can't cancel the third hit, but I can cancel the second hit. And then that's how your combo starts in this game. And like I said, even though these are all predetermined, the depth of the combo system in this game is still huge, because once you juggle, it's basically free form from here on how you juggle into things. And that's how you can, you know, customize your combos. But unlike some previous Mortal Kombats, the dial system, you couldn't hit confirm. So if I wanted to cancel 1, 2 into spear, I had to do the spear so early, otherwise the spear is not going to come out. Like by the time Scorpion's done his second hit, it would already be too late to confirm into the spear. But it's not like that in Mortal Kombat 1. In Mortal Kombat 1, you can actually hit confirm. That's awesome. So what I can do is I can fish the 1, 2 or the 2, 1. And if I see the second hit, or I see the first hit, you can confirm into spear, and that's awesome. That's more like Street Fighter, so that's a great change that they did in this game. 3, 3, 3, same thing. I can hit confirm that into spear if I need to. All right, let me switch characters. I'm going to show you one more example of this dial combo system so you understand what I mean. So we have Gray Scorpion here, and if you look at these combos, and you're like, whoa, but look at this. This is interesting. You see this one? It says no escape. This is his 1 starter. So you see how it goes 1, 1, 1, 4, right? Square, 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 circle. But you notice there's no combo that's just square, square, square. So what that means is to do this combo, this no escape, I have to press that circle before the combo finishes. If I just do square, 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 the third hit doesn't come out because there is no third hit. So you're inputting square circle before the whole thing ends, and that's how you do the entire string. So that's what I mean. That's another great example of what I mean by it's a dial combo system. So it's important when you look at your move list to see exactly, it lists exactly when you can stop. See this one, 2-1-2, there's a 2-1 part. So I can stop it early, and that's when you know when you can cancel your moves. Another example is when you're canceling into specials, you want to dial those out as well. So a great example with Scorpion is when I knock the opponent up, I can do like an air combo. You'll see I'll knock him down. I can actually cancel this into spear. So I'll go like this. And I can combo spear, right? I'm inputting the spear before Scorpion even starts to descend. When I launch him up, I'm going 1-1-1 spear, all without stopping. So I'll show you. So I'm gonna like quickly show you both my hands up in the air so you see how early I input this. Like 10 years before, and it'll automatically come out at the first possible frame. So this is really important to understand as a Street Fighter player. When you're trying to do combos, you don't have to time things. You just input it as quickly as you can. And this is important too when you're doing like jumping combos. Like if you jump in on your opponent, don't wait for your feet to hit the floor. Instead, input the ground stream as soon as the hit lands, and it's gonna come out immediately. Because if you wait for yourself to hit the floor, you're not even gonna get the combo. It's all dial. It's a dial combo system. So these combos that you see, you can also input them on whiff. You don't actually have to hit or make contact with the opponent. So my 1-2-2, my overhead, for example, I can do this like right here. Boom, overhead. All of these I can input on whiff. I can't cancel the special on whiff. What I can do is look at my 1-2. So this is my 1-2. This is my fastest punish. But if I whip this, look at that second hit. Look how far it goes. So what I can do is I can just buffer my spear like this. Boom, it combos. And that's like a good whiff punishing idea. Or if I knock down the opponent, they're a little far from me, I want to hit him with a far overhead, I can just do the overhead from here. A little further back. Keep this in mind too, all these strings have different uses. Sometimes you only want to hit with the second hit of your string, not the first hit. So you have to look at them in a way that you're doing them on whiff too, not just doing it up close on the opponent. Sometimes the second hit of your string will be a low. Poor Scorpion doesn't have a low, but if your character has like his second hit of his string happens to be a low, then you can whip the first hit and then, you know, hit the opponent with the low attack, for example. This is a mid. My second hit's a mid from my 2. So I at least know my opponent can crouch this one. All right, let's talk more about pressure now and more about how this combo system works. So you're gonna see some strings, like with Scorpion, you're gonna see his 2-1-4. So Scorpion's 2-1-4, it causes a knockdown. And on this last hit, I can't cancel it into any special. It just ends. And you're kind of like, well, this is useless. What is this for? Is this for noob Street Fighter players? Because why not just go into spear and then you get a full combo, right? It makes no sense. And then, you know, you can get deeps from here. But the reason this exists, this last hit, this 4, is for frame trapping. This is how the pressure works. So I'll get the Scorpion player to do the same thing to me. So the Scorpion's gonna do the same string, this 2-1-4. Now let's say I'm blocking it. Okay, I'm blocking the 2-1, and I mash 1. Boom, I get hit, counter hit. Because I tried to take my turn back, right? And this is how the frame trapping works. So what if the opponent just doesn't do anything on that last hit? Well, that's how you open up your pressure, right? Because then now I can go 2-1, they block it, they're expecting that third hit, but then I go 2-1, throw. Or I go 2-1-1, and then I'm +2 on block, and then I can do it again, right? Or I can go 2-1, 2-1, or 2-1, shimmy, 2-1. That's how the pressure works. You make them second guess themselves on the string. And that's why it's important that that last hit is a mid. in case they're crouching. There's a lot of stuff like that in this game. So you have to, every one of these combos is important in some way. Another example is like this crack jaw. It's 3-3-3, okay? XXX. So 3-3-3, I can cancel this last hit. So the opponent's like, oh, they know they can cancel it. After the third hit, they can take their turn back. But no, you can actually take a risk. And same thing. If I block this and I try to take my turn back, all of a sudden, boom, I get hit by the spirit because he's canceling the third hit. And so I'll second guess myself. Do I take my turn back or that third hit or not? He can also call his assist instead. If he wants, he can go 3-3-3 into a sector assist. Same thing, right? Well, sector assist, that one's not gonna work, but there's probably an assist you can use. Same idea. When I hit someone with a combo, I'm chipping them down. So the longer I'm hitting the opponent for, it's good, really good. If they're not taking their turn back, so I can go 2, then I can go 1, steal my turn back, right? If they get hit by it. Yeah, I got another example. Scorpion's 4-3. This is my only mid. This is really important for whiff punishing and pressure my opponent because I know they can't crouch it. They can't duck it. So I can go 4. The only combination I can do is 4-3, 4-3-2. And this is automatically a frame trap. So if the opponent tries to press something in between, same thing. I block. Try to press a button. Boom! I get clipped. And I'm gonna take massive deeps here because this leads into like one of his main combo strings. So if the opponent second guesses that second hit, if I go 4-3, even though this is not plus on block, I can steal my turn back. I go 4-3, throw them because they're expecting the 2, or I go 4-3, 4-3 again into 2, or 4-3 and then 1-2-4, and yeah, that's gonna give you guys an idea. I'm sure whatever character you guys pick that's not Scorpion, you guys are gonna find better pressure strings than I will, but that's the idea of it, of how you establish pressure in Mortal Kombat. Don't forget my tip too on when you hit them, they're jailed and they can't duck for how many frames you have an advantage. Very important when you're establishing pressure. The last thing I want to talk about, guys, is movement. So this is another big difference from Street Fighter. So in Mortal Kombat, when you dash or backdash, you can completely cancel your dashes. So you can dash and cancel into a button, or you can cancel into block. And with 4 dashes specifically, you can actually cancel it into jump forward. You can't cancel the jump up or jump back, but you can cancel the jump forward specifically. So if you need to close the gap, you can dash forward, jump, and you can close the gap really fast. Or if you need to get away, you can dash back, jump back. You can't dash back, jump up, or jump forward, but you can dash back, jump back. So this is really important when you're poking. Let's say I want to dash forward and do a down 3, for example. A quick low poke, right? Or a quick mid. This is also really important for whiff punishing. So for example, the opponent knocks me down. I'm gonna wake up with my fastest button, my down 1, and he's gonna cancel his backdash into the knee. See, it says punish on the right side of the screen. So that's how you whiff punish. You can quickly backdash and then cancel into your button. And that was Scorpion's mid. So even though it was a low, my mid's gonna hit him. So when you're whiff punishing, don't forget, you can backdash into 2-1. Don't just walk back into 2-1. Backdash cancel into it. Or you can, dash back 1, dash forward, throw. You can cancel everything. Or you can dash forward, go for a cross-up. Is another good idea too. Also, a quick tip for controls for Street Fighter players that'll help ease you into some things. When you go under controls, there's release check. This is negative edge. I turn this off personally, but it depends on which character you play and how you input things. You might like it on. And then there's also alternate controls. This is really interesting. When you turn this on, it adds diagonal inputs to the motion. So instead of being like down back circle, it's going to be core circle back circle. Or instead of down forward X, it'll be core circle forward X. You can still input those motions, by the way, down back and down forward as a core circle. But there's going to be things like back forward, like my spear, back forward square. It's going to be turning that into a half circle forward square. So experiment with this too, depending on which character you play. You might like it. It might ease you in, especially if you use like joystick to play instead of controller. And then we have another input leniency setting, input shortcuts. It's all pretty self-explanatory on the right side of the screen. So that's pretty much all I want to say. I just wanted to give some early tips for Street Fighter players. I'll go more into the system mechanic stuff as well if you guys want to hear that. And some stuff on the cameo system because I think it's really cool in this game. But if you guys have any questions for me, I'm just learning the game myself. So I don't know everything, right? I'm still learning to like how to wave dash and figure that out too. But I'll do my best to help anyone I can. I think the game is pretty sick. So thanks for watching, YouTube. Say goodbye, chat. And we'll be back with some more guides later. Maybe I'll do a Scorpion guide. Like a 10 years later Scorpion guide like I used to do back in the day. Alright. See you guys. Thanks for watching.